Hey guys, welcome back, and today we have a very special video collabing with two popular Clash Royale creators. We have the one and only B-Rad.
Hello.
And
do I speak in this mic or that
yes,
mic?
well, we can do both.
All right. And Cashman.
And today we're going over the prospective round of balance changes coming next season in Clash Royale. But keep in mind that this is just a work in progress, so final numbers may change based on community feedback. So if you have any feedback on the changes, leave a comment down below of what you think. But this is just a work in progress list. So I've read through all the changes. B-Rad has not, so this is a complete, authentic reaction. Cashman, have you read the changes at all?
I think I know one of them. I have a rumor. I don't know if the rumors are true, but I think I know one.
Okay.
A rumor.
All right, cool.
It's a spicy one, too.
So
it's a spicy.
We have some spicy changes. We have 4 buffs, 5 nerfs, and 1 rework.
All right, mine is the nerf, right?
Okay, yeah.
Nerf minor.
All right, so very first card here, starting with the buff list, we have Goblins. The 2 Elixir stabby Goblins are now going from 3 Goblins to 4 stab Goblins for 2 Elixir. B-Rad, what do you think?
Wait. So it's gonna be like the skeletons, like old school skeletons, how there's 4? Like
Yeah.
Square.
Yeah, basically a square formation of 4 stabby Goblins for the same 2 Elixir cost.
They're pretty crap, so that's good, yeah.
You think it's good? Cashman?
That sounds busted.
I think it sounds
That
busted.
sounds busted.
I think it's going to be, I think we're going to see.
You still just log it, right? Or
Yeah.
I guess that's good. But why would you ever use Goblin Gang? If
Well,
you get...
the next card here is Goblin Gang. Just wait.
Oh, spicy.
All right. So I agree. I think the Goblin's going to be absolutely insane, and they'll probably be in the popular. But Goblin Gang also now the 3rd Spear Goblin makes a comeback, and we now have 3 Stab Goblins and 3 Spear Goblins in like the OG version.
Yeah.
Because the meta has changed a lot since back then, and now I think the 3rd Spear Goblin could come back. What do you think?
You said could.
Could. Well, that's
Oh.
As of right now, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Oh.
remember this is a work in progress list. So
Well, guards took over, so I like that.
I still think the Goblin Gang sucks.
I think we could see the Goblin Gang being used, but obviously not. No. Okay, Biera disagrees. All right, moving on. This one is a spicy change that not everyone's gonna like.
There's more spice?
But the Elixir Golem getting a buff with 15% faster attack speed in all 3 forms. So
I can picture that hitting so fast
It
now.
already does damage. I didn't think that was the problem.
Well, so
Yeah,
here's
what is
the
the
thing.
problem?
Remember, they reworked the Elixir Golem back in the last balance update,
Yeah.
and now it gives the defender like Elixir at each phase. And the idea there was to make it so that your tower wasn't dead before you got the Elixir come back to you. But now the idea is that it's too weak in its current state, and so they want to buff the attack power of the E-Golem without buffing the defensive power, because if you buff the defense of the E-Golem, then it counteracts the purpose of giving the defender Elixir earlier. So by buffing the attack, they make it's more offense oriented. The defender still gets access to the Elixir earlier, but it has a better chance of connecting to a tower and getting some damage done.
This scares me.
I see. I get it.
Do you?
I don't like E-Golem. I never have. Except for, when I play Battle Hero Mirror just for trolling, but...
This sounds really good.
You like it?
Yeah, like it sounds broken, which scares me.
Okay. So
Like that sounds
it's a
real.
bad good.
It's
Or
a
good
bad. It's a good for who I was gonna say Elixir Golem players, but do those even exist?
I don't think
who
anybody
plays
plays-
Elixir
no, nobody
Golem.
plays Golem.
But now I can see a lot of people.
KFC, what do you mean?
Does it? Oh, it's his favorite
it's
card.
his
Yeah,
card.
it's underrated in his
You'd be happy
opinion.
with that. All right, so that's the E-Golem. The next card here is the Knight, getting a 3.
Knight.
The Knight. Sorry.
Knight.
It's got a K in it for some reason. So, anyways, the HP is plus 3%. What do you think of that?
Oh, that's massive.
That's huge.
Oh, it's insane.
Game changing.
Yeah, the whole meta is gonna be different.
Anyways, so that's the buffs. We also have a round of nerfs coming in. The Cannon and the Cannon card getting a 14% health reduction for the Cannon,
Ooh.
and the Cannon card that'll only
building.
impact the building phase. The original version or the mobile version of the Cannon card stays the same, but the building version is now, because they want to keep the stats of the Cannon the same.
Does a balloon one-shot?
I have no idea.
If it does, can
That's why I brought you.
It is dead.
I brought you for a pro opinion here, but will it destroy a balloon in one shot? What do you think?
Is that 14%?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a
I'm
lot.
trying to think. I don't think it does, actually.
I don't think it does either.
It does.
It has a
Maybe
decent amount of
the timer
health.
might
I think.
Yeah,
By the time
before
the one shot
the
goes
second.
off, the
Maybe.
time will finish it off. But
Have
that's
to test
huge.
it. Gotta test it.
That's huge because all the decks in the meta right now, they're all stupid cannon cycle decks because the champions make cycles OP. So now everyone's just using cannon with fast cycles. So is good change?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I got a question for B-Rad as well.
Okay.
If cannon is out of the meta, what do you think takes its place?
Inferno.
What building? Yeah, I was gonna say Inferno Tower too.
I think it's
very. I was gonna say underrated. I already hit my two. I think
I've always loved Inferno.
it is so much stronger than Tesla right now. I could see maybe Tombstone, but like Tombstone, you can't use it in every deck.
No, they nerfed it a couple of times.
Yeah, so I think you're hearing it first. If cannon is out of the meta, use Inferno Tower.
Inferno Tower. There's already been a few decks in the meta that are kind of like starting to use Inferno Tower right now. So with cannon nerf dead, Inferno Tower's back in. All right, cool. So Royal Hogs also receiving a potential nerf with the first hit 60% slower, going from 0.25 seconds to 0.4. This is a massive nerf for the piggies because very often they only get in there and they get a couple shots initially right away.
I see where they're going for it. But so you're saying they're going to get to the tower, stand there for half a second, and then attack?
hit. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't like the
seems
first.
unnecessary.
They're not even good anymore. They're not even good.
You don't think they're good?
No.
No.
No one plays them. It's
I-
all Hog Rider and a Log Bait
Oh.
for the most part.
It's the other cards in the deck that I
Yeah,
find
yeah,
are stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I played Royal Hogs, but that's okay.
No, you're not good. So.
No, I'm not good. I'm like 6,500 trophies. This is, or even less than that now. But so you don't think it's deserved? You think it's bad?
Very bad.
Okay, I think the first hit speed it's an awkward change because the problem is when the Hogs get to a tower, it's always weird when they just stand there for too long and then they don't attack. So I'm never really a big fan of the first hit speed changes, but we'll see how it goes. Remember, this is just a work in progress. So if we feel strongly about it, maybe they might adapt that change or adjust it before it goes final. Moving on here, we have a nerf to the Mighty Miner.
Hey, nerf Mighty Miner.
8% less HP.
Wow, that's a lot actually.
That's a
It's a
lot
tank.
because it has a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
HP.
Is
Whoa.
it good though? Do you think Mighty Miner's too OP right now?
I'll admit it has a lot of HP.
It does. What do we know the number? Isn't it?
I think it's more than Skeleton King.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's definitely more than Skeleton Gang.
When they introduced the
2000?
Mighty Miner, he was the tankiest champion. That was like the.
No, that was the whole thing of it.
The whole thing of it, yeah.
Mighty, yeah. I get
He
it.
is mighty.
I think he'll still have more HP than the rest of the champions. But do you think the Mighty Miner in his current state is too strong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
But
bit.
is it strong because of the meta we're in? Because we're in like that
You
cannon.
have really long hair right now
No,
hanging
it's
off your mouth.
because there's no depth.
There you go. I got
You
it.
get
for
it?
you.
Thank you. Thank you. If cannon, let's say, is out of the meta and people are using Inferno Tower, you don't really need the Mighty Miner with Inferno Tower.
Yeah, Inferno does counter it, but there's no Royal Recruits or Zappies. That's why it's good right now.
That's a good point.
It's falling off, yeah.
And Electro Giant. No Electro Giant, so no
Yeah.
Mighty Miner. I don't know. I think it was a favorable meta for the Mighty Miner.
Yeah.
So is this too early for a nerf? That's what I'm gonna.
Nah, I
ask.
think it's good. I'm so tired of seeing that stupid Mighty Miner log bait cycle
Mhm.
that I'm
Fun
happy
to
with.
play though, how it swaps. You know,
It is
but
a lot of
it's just
fun.
fun.
It is.
I love when I
fun to watch.
take a tower with the Mighty Miner and then instantly ability to the other tower and then take the other tower down instantly. It feels good. But anyways, Mighty Miner nerf. Last nerf here is for the Mortar. Mortar. What do you?
You didn't have to specify.
13% less HP.
Oh my gosh.
That's huge.
How much?
13.
13%.
That's a lot.
But here's the thing. This is one of the things where there's a difference between pro player opinion and community opinion because a lot of the like casual players or like the general player base thinks the Mortar is fine. But the pro players have constantly been asking for a Mortar nerf. It's been one of their biggest requested cards for many balance changes is a Mortar nerf. So I think like this is more to address the pro player needs than the general player base. Do you think that is deserving or is it like too much?
Competitively, it's a little strong. If you know what you're doing with Mortar, yeah, it's good. But everyone else doesn't know how, so it's not that strong.
I got a statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me hear your
Is Mortar gonna be dead after
I
this?
think casually, yes.
Yeah.
I think this kills the card.
Mortar, I think Mortar, like as a casual player, it's tough to play, but the pro players can use all these different decks that are like
So defensive
They're so
oriented.
hard to play, but when they play it, you can't break through. With which a Mortar player does when they're good with it. But as a casual player using the Mortar, it's hard. A lot of those like Mortar Cycle Swarm decks, they're hard to, especially on mid ladder when all you're facing is like Mega Knights and Wizards and splash damage cards. It's hard.
Yeah, you see players like Igor play Mortar, and he looks unstoppable.
But then
He's
you
able
try
to
it
defend
yourself.
everything and get a little bit of damage, and then you try it yourself.
Yeah, you
and
try it
you're
yourself,
like,
it's just
what the hell am I? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah. Okay. So that you think it's too much? You think it's an okay?
How much was it again? 13?
13%.
That's too much. I would have did 4. 4 would have been more than enough.
That's-
At least to start.
It's a bit
4,
much.
5.
Yeah, I would have done half of that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Why are we doing 13 out of the gate? That seems so
Okay,
aggressive.
so consensus here is that the mortar nerf is okay, like it's justified, but it's just too much right now.
Yeah,
Lower
way
that
too
down a bit.
much.
Okay, cool. So the final card here is a rework to everybody's favorite card. Currently the lowest used card in the entire game. With
can we guess?
0%. Well, let me cover the screen right
Okay,
here.
I'm not looking.
0% usage.
Okay.
0% of Clash Royale players play this card.
I think there's 3 cards that we can say.
What is the buffer nerf? Probably a buff.
It's a rework. It's a rework.
Oh.
What is the rework?
Oh, it's gonna say because it's gonna be like Battle Healer. It's gonna
Yeah.
be the healing. Is it Battle Healer?
That's not Battle Healer.
It's not?
No.
Oh, I thought it was Battle Healer.
0%?
Zero. It's the lowest used card in the game, at least competitively.
Oh, Furnace?
Oh, competitively.
Yeah. Well, in grand challenges is what those are the stats that I'm.
Is it Witch?
No.
Executioner? No, we already had that change.
It's a rework. It has to.
It's not Wizard.
Final.
Is
final
it
guess.
Wizard?
Not wizard. Final guess.
0. This is gonna be. Oh,
0%?
no. Rage is even used. What's used 0% of the time? Am I forgetting a card?
Okay. You guys give up?
No.
The answer is the Barbarian Hut.
Oh, that
Yeah.
scares me.
A rework. Okay.
rework.
Here's it. Here. Let me. This is the change. All right. This is a spicy one. Elixir cost going from 7 to 6.
That's awful.
The spawn rate going from 10 seconds to 14 seconds. The spawn count going 3 barbarians spawn at a time. Not 2. 3 little burbs spawn at a time.
Every 14 seconds.
And the lifetime is being reduced to 30 seconds, so it's less defensive.
What's it now?
40 seconds.
Okay, that's pretty big.
It spawns 2 waves after the initial, so 3 waves total.
3 waves total?
That's
Yeah,
math.
it was
Quick math,
14
yeah.
seconds.
Math is,
quick math.
is okay. And upon death, it now only spawns 1 barbarian instead of 2.
Okay.
Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 10 in
the
total. 10 in total.
No, the total barbarian spawned is now going to 8 barbs total
Math
from
doesn't add
10.
up.
That doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what the thing says here.
Ah.
So, yeah, that's the rework of basically. I think the idea here is to make the Barbarian Hut more of a less annoying and defensive. Because the problem with Barb Hut decks is a player uses it. Thank you. I'm taller here. Is that the Barbarian Hut is just it's a frustrating card to face. They place it down. It lasts so long, and you just get all these barbarians spawning out. You never break through. By making it last shorter and spawn more barbarians, you can use it more reactively. Spawn barbarians faster, a bit more offense oriented. What do you think? Do you think it'll be still a dead card? Maybe potentially viable? Maybe broken? Obviously, mirror was changed, so we won't be seeing Barb Hut mirror decks. But do you think it has a use case?
I just hate the card. I don't want to
too.
see it viable.
I think that's the general idea with most buildings is that I don't even think Supercell wants them to be too viable. I don't know. Obviously, this is speculation here, but I don't think they want the buildings to be too viable because they're very defense oriented and very annoying to face. But what they do want is they want them to be somewhat playable. When you have a card that's 0% usage rate, it's a pretty good indicator that it needs something to change.
A rework.
Yeah, maybe they don't want it to be 15% usage like the rest of the cards, but just a bit more viable.
Guys, I think I have an idea for a better rework. And
No.
I want to. Okay, you guys can decide if it's better than the one we have right now or worse. So instead of doing, because you said you hated the card, I think most people hate the card. What if we do a rework, but rework it even more and rework it? Remember?
5 Elixir.
Yeah, even more, and more.
One elixir costs
More.
One elixir.
I'm thinking. Don't say anything.
Is it hurting?
Yes,
I was just thinking. Going.
So remember the Barbarian Mortar, and hear me out.
Yeah, okay.
Hear me out.
Yep.
We put a cannon at the top of the Barb Hut.
And it shoots barbarians instead of
Yes.
spawning them out.
Yes, but we make it balanced, and so make it. Let's say it shoots 4 barbarians. It has
At a time.
Not at a time. No, in total. In total, it shoots 4 barbarians, and let's say it's 4 elixir. No, less, more. No, that's fine. Is that broken?
How far does it shoot?
It's like mortar range.
Oh, God.
Oh no, less. Let's do less. So you can have it on defense, and it
Yeah.
can shoot guys maybe on top of the range units if
Yeah.
they're behind a giant, and then you could also use it to support your
Okay,
offensive
question
push.
here: does it shoot barbarians without a target? Because the Barb Hut currently spawns
Oh,
spawns
you're
barbarians.
right.
It
It
would
would
go,
it would just go to
so
maximum
yeah,
range.
yeah.
Maximum range. Oh, what if it was just always at a maximum range? It would always shoot at 8 tiles or no 4 tiles. 8 tiles is
No, that'd be bad if you have a push coming, right? That
true
would
because you'd shoot it and you have to put it behind your tower.
Okay, I think you're uninvited from this pot.
No, I
So
thought
just-
that was a good
Move
idea.
Move your chair over
Barb
there.
launcher is gonna be a thing. Mark my words.
I would love to see a barb launcher in the game, but I don't think we need to rework the Barbarian Hut for that. But yeah,
Don't look at me like that. Don't
You
look.
think?
I like the idea.
I'm just gonna don't mind me for a second here. I'm gonna click this. Is this adjustable? All right. So, whoops. Let's just do this for now. All right. So for the remainder of this podcast, we just have B-Rad here because we have no more crazy ideas. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. So that's the balance changes. Let's go here and boom. There. Oh, what?
Oh, we flipped this
I'm exposed. I'm exposed. Quick. There we go. Cool. So that's the balanced list. What do you like? Overall opinion here.
Do we rate on a scale of 1 to 10?
Sure.
Let's do 1 to 69. It's a funny number.
Okay. Yes.
You go first. Are you going?
40.
40. Okay, I'm gonna go low. I don't like them. I'm gonna go with like a 27, maybe a 28, maybe a 28.
Okay.
Why not 29?
Yeah. Come
Tell
on.
me why.
I don't know.
I'm gonna rate it. I think.
Because no barb launcher.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
barb launcher.
I think they're okay. I think they changed. I like the Goblin change.
Yep. Goblin Gang I also like.
Like that Goblin change. I like the Elixir Golem buff.
Did you?
I think it's I think E-Golem like
Explain.
Well, E-Golem's trash right now. It literally sucks.
Cannon's good.
The cannon changes, Mighty Miner, Cannon Nerf, Mighty Miner Nerf, Mortar Nerf are good.
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys are selling me.
Yeah.
Maybe it is 29.
Barbarian
Maybe it is 29.
29.
Barbarian's kind of okay. I'm more so interested in cards that were not on here, and I've got a few in mind here that I'm curious to hear. Number one is Royal Ghost. I think this is a hot take, but I think Royal Ghost is overpowered. I can pull up the stats for you. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
But I think the Royal Ghost has been flying under the radar.
Oh, floating
For-
under. Yeah, floating under the radar.
Floating.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see that?
Yeah, I get it. It's invisible. It's so funny.
I'll be here all
Let
day.
me pull the stats right here of the Royale Ghost. He's currently the 6th highest rated card in the game, according to Royale API, which is a very trustworthy website, by the way.
It is.
And their stats. He currently has a 15% usage.
Wait.
15%.
That's like 1 out of what, 7 decks?
Yeah. With a 55% win rate. These are the kind of stats that we see cards very often get nerfed. When a card starts approaching a 15% usage with a still 55% win rate, in the past, many of these cards get nerfed when they're at that stats because it's apparent that they offer a little bit too much value for their cost. So, have I sold you?
B-Rad.
Have I sold you? Have I sold you?
No.
Was that Grand Challenge?
Yes, great.
That's why then. That's why they haven't nerfed it. Because casuals don't play it, I guess.
Well, okay.
As much.
Yeah. But I feel like if they did nerf the Royal Ghost, I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be upset because I feel like it would be justified. But if they let the same,
What would you nerf it?
so this was a hot take, and then people are gonna hate me for it. But
Okay.
I suggested that the Royal Ghost would leave his invisibility when initiating his attack sequence versus ending it. Because the problem with the Royal Ghost, the thing that makes him overpowered, is when you have a 1 HP Royal Ghost that survives and goes onto a tower and forces out either a response or gets a shot to that tower. And I feel like if he loses invisibility upon attacking, then you lose that interaction.
Also, one thing they could change is if the ghost survives 1 tower shot, it gets 2 hits on the tower.
Oh, yeah.
That should be fixed.
Yeah,
That's
is
the one
annoying.
major interaction I hate.
So you think that like if it goes
Maybe I don't know.
so
I know, how would you change
so
that?
what you're saying is that when it has 1 HP and it gets to a tower, it should only get 1 shot, not 2.
Because if it survives 1 tower shot, it always gets 2 full
Yeah.
hits.
And it does a lot of damage.
Okay, so just maybe an HP reduction then.
What
do you think?
Because then it wouldn't even get on tower, though.
Or like a
It would be
very
the same
like
situation.
a 0.1 second slower attack speed.
Maybe if that's all it takes, then maybe yeah.
I could agree with that. I think if getting 2 shots on a tower, like when the last shot doesn't finish it off, is too much. But, okay, cool.
15% usage rate.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm thinking about that more.
Yeah,
It's not used in that many archetypes, so that's a ridiculous.
It's used in every archetype.
No, because it's not used in bait. It's not used in. It's Royal
Rich
Giant,
Spam,
and that's it.
No, it's not.
Because it can't be used in Graveyard. It can't be used in Lava Hound. Maybe it could be used in Golem, but you don't see it. So that's 2 decks. That just shows how
plays
good
Golem?
bridge spam.
Who plays Golem?
German players. That's what I found out. That's what I found out. A lot of German players. All right, before we stop talking about the Royal Ghost.
Yeah.
Do we want to see who can do the best Royal Ghost impression?
Ooh.
Oh, that was pretty good. You're setting the tone up high.
I can't.
Are you okay? I kind of hesitated halfway through.
You gotta commit. You gotta commit. Okay, so I won't put you on the spot because that's an unfair request. But moving on here, other cards that they potentially missed or didn't miss. So the Mighty Miner right now has a 20% usage and a 54% win rate. So even greater than the Royal Ghost. Do you think that HP nerf was enough, or is it still going to be like broken?
No, I liked it. It was good.
Good.
Yeah.
I just think it's the meta. The meta is so favorable for the Mighty Miner. I could see him being hurt by this a lot.
I feel like with the way champions work, doesn't matter like they nerf Mighty Miner. Everyone's going to use the next champ. Whatever's the next
There
strongest.
has to be one broken champion every meta. That's just
There always is.
themselves are broken.
Oh yeah.
Like even the Skeleton King as a card itself is crazy.
So you're saying we need more champions?
Yes. Yeah.
So the thing is with the like you said, all the champions are
More.
busted, but everyone just uses the most busted champion. So if you nerf Mighty Miner,
Archer Queen.
Yeah,
everyone uses
exactly.
Archer Queen,
It doesn't matter.
And because inherently having a 3-card is it the 3-card cycle or is it just the abilities?
Both.
Abilities and cycle. Both.
Yeah. So I feel like they should fix the 3-card cycle. I think this is a fundamental issue with the champions.
But how would you fix it? That's
Well,
a question.
I think the champion should go back into your hand and just be unplayable until your current champion is dead.
Ooh,
And
that
way
could
you don't have
balance
3-card
champions.
cycle. Because when you look at it, before champions came out, there was a wide array of different archetypes. There was beatdown, there was cycle, there was control. But ever since the champions came out, slowly we progressed towards all different strategies now becoming cycle decks. Like you had things like E-Giant, which were traditionally beatdown, now become a cycle because you have a 3-card cycle, you can just go with more E-Giants. And so I feel like if we ignore this problem, it's going to get worse. You're going to see all these different archetypes now becoming cycle decks. And I feel like they need to fix that and get rid of the 3-card cycle so that champions just go back in your hand, just can't play it until it's dead.
So what do you mean? Like it's in your hand, but it's like grayed out?
Yes.
That means the second your Archer Queen dies, you can play another one.
Is that a problem?
Oh, that is
It's
worse.
worse.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because imagine you just get rid of their Archer Queen
Yeah.
and you think, oh, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Say psych right now.
Like Lava Hound. Even if you go against an Archer Queen, you can now play them. Because if they play an Archer Queen, you Lava Loot opposite lane immediately.
Oh my
And they
gosh.
can't play it.
You always have one of the best
I hate
air
that.
counters in the game.
I hate when I'm playing an Archer Queen against Lava Hound, and then she's my only air defense.
Yeah.
And then they go right lane, and I'm like, I want her to die.
And then a minute
Archer
later,
Queen,
you get it back.
Yeah.
And so then I want to just kill my Archer Queen because I want to use it in the opposite lane.
They won't kill it. They know.
Yeah.
A lot of players
They
do that.
keep it alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
So-
they'd be too strong.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you just buff them.
All right, so then don't do that. My idea. Okay. I don't know. I think 3-card cycle is the problem. Maybe my answer wasn't the answer, but I think it needs to be addressed in some way.
But do you have the answer? Let us know in the comment
Yeah.
section below.
A ninth card. Just add a ninth card. Boom.
To the deck?
Yes.
I'm in. New archetype.
when I
New game.
pitched champions initially, I thought they would go to the 9th card. You know,
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
They should be in the 9th card in your deck,
That will actually fix everything. It
and
would.
then you'd have a whole
Would it?
different
It
archetypes.
actually would
coming
just
out.
be the exact same cycle, but it just happened to be a champion if you don't have it on the board.
All right, cool.
Wait, what would that do for decks? Like, what card would you add to, like...
I don't know.
log
It'd be
page?
crazy. It'd be a whole new archetype. You'd have just
Oh
different
my
It'd be the
gosh.
same deck, but you just throw in a champion.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could.
Whoa. Okay, cool. Now moving on. Anything else that you guys feel like was missed as a potential buff or nerf in this balance update? What do you think was not? What do you think was not addressed?
I have actually a good one.
Okay,
And
here.
it's a buff to the Night Witch. I think the Night Witch needs a little bit of a buff. No, I'm not going to say... We're not going with Death Spawn, bats, or anything. I think the card itself, the Night Witch, is really weak right now.
Okay.
Where without the bats, she gets no value. And I'd love to see her get a little bit of either an HP buff. I would love a damage buff, though, just so she can actually do something by herself.
I don't like that idea.
I hate you
In my
guys.
opinion,
I hate you.
in my opinion, the Night Witch, when she's good, she makes stupid decks annoying.
But is the Night Witch good, or were the bats good?
well, she's not the Night Witch without her bats, right? And so when the Night Witch was strong, it's like clone decks and Eagle Night Witch decks and all these annoying decks. Those are the ones that are strong. And then it limits deck creatability because then you have to have Zap and Snowball and persistent splash damage in your deck. If you use a deck that uses Log Spell and you're facing off against a Night Witch deck, you just feel like you can't do anything when there's bats on your tower and you got no spell to address it. And so it limits your ability to create different decks when you have the bats. And so I feel like buffing the Night Witch, not the greatest. Especially her stats are good.
Are they?
54% win rate right now. 4% usage. That's a pretty solid card.
It's the exact same as Golem, too. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
The exact
So,
same.
all right. So just now, I mean, Night Witch, what do you think?
Leave it.
Leave it. Okay, cool. Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
think about
so,
you, too.
anything else? I think Tombstone. We mentioned it before, but I think Tombstone deserves a nerf.
A nerf.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
right now. Here's stats: 12% usage, 55% win rate. It is apparent that Tombstone is very popular. Do you think that? I mean, obviously, a lot of them are Skeleton King decks.
It's just lava and graveyard, though. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just
Think
got a
fine?
nerf, right?
I think it's fine.
Didn't it just get a
Yeah,
nerf?
recently.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not. It doesn't scare me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did nerf it, and I wouldn't be upset. But I think like if they kept it the same, it's also fine. Bandit. What do you think of Bandit?
Strong, definitely.
It's good.
Annoying.
I think the problem with the Bandit is the same problem as the Royal Ghost, whereas 1 HP she gets to tower, right?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, it could be very annoying. It's also annoying for newer players. I find a lot of newer players really.
Oh, I think the dash invincibility should have a slight cooldown, so she can't.
Oh, so she can't go ching 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 ching
Maybe
ching.
a little delay.
do you think it would just, like the Bandit would be unusable if they changed it that her dash invisibility or
Invincibility?
Sorry, went away briefly before impact. So if you remember in the past, the Bandit would dash and she would take damage, for example, from a charging prince, or she would, like, if a Sparky blasted her, she would get destroyed. But now, if she dashes onto a Sparky, the blast lands in such a way that she is invincible when it lands. And if she dashes onto a prince, she's immune to that charge.
Yeah.
And would that make her completely unusable if they got rid of those interactions?
Yes, because you can't tank anything. Then yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so keeping the invisibility is important for the card. Cool. I think that's it for the cards that I think they missed. I would love to see more reworks. I think like things like Wizard, I would love to see
Battle
rework
healer.
for.
I'd love a battle healer.
Like if Battle Healer, if they made her attack stronger but reduced the impact of the heal. Be cool.
That could work.
Yeah. Goblin Gang obviously is getting a pretty big buff. That was one of the lowest used cards. Firecracker is poised for a rework. It's an annoying card, but
Just
it's
delete
also,
it.
Yeah.
Just delete. Nobody's using it. We might as well just delete it.
Yeah.
What about Expo?
Just delete it too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just delete it, please. Just delete it.
What if we make an Expo champion?
Super Expo
Oh.
should be the next super challenge.
Ooh, Super Expo. I'm in.
Each shot is a super mini player shot.
D-Rad's not sleeping tonight. He has a new nightmare.
No, I think just the Expo should just one shot everything it shoots, and that'd be the Super Expo, right?
I like it.
You like it?
I like it. Does it shoot barbs as well? I like it. I like anything that shoots barbs.
Shoots barbarians. Barbarian launcher, but it's an Expo.
Oh, you're scaring B-Rad. Stop it. You're scaring.
Alrighty then. E-Giant was nerfed. Here's the thing. They nerfed a few cards because of the mirror. So mirror came out, level 2 mirror, or plus 2 mirror. Then Earthquake cycle was broken, so they nerfed Earthquake. E-Giant cycle was broken, so they nerfed E-Giant. Now they fixed the mirror, but they have not reverted the 2 changes that they did to address.
I miss each giant mirror earthquake deck. That's all I want back. Like when you can literally just play at the back, then play a mirror the other side, and then earthquake the building, and they both take the tower at the same time. I want that back.
That was content. I loved. Here's the thing. E-Giant was busted. I agree, but it was so fun to use level 16 E-Giant. Just watching it just destroy everything. It's broken, but it was kind of fun. Anyways, that is the perspective of balance changes. Remember, work in progress. Leave your feedback. If you think they can change anything, maybe they will listen, but maybe they will not. We shall see. They are poised to come next season in October of Clash Royale. Any final closing thoughts from either of you?
No.
I don't know.
I say it's a 29 out of 69, though.
29?
Yeah, 29.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Is it 28 out of 69, or is it 29?
Only 2 options. That's it. You only have 2 options. 28, team 28, team 29. What team do you want to be on? I can't remember what you said. Did you say for a change of a card? Did you say? Because I said we should change Night Witch. You said we should change cards. Did you say anything?
Yeah.
What did you want?
Buffy Barbs.
Buff I like that
Ooh,
one.
I like
That's
that.
a good
I think
change.
E-Barbs
Oh my
are-
god, that's actually a hot take, but I'm in.
I like the E-Barbs. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're kind of fun.
Drop mic. Boom.
Where's the E-Barbs and stats right now? Let me pull them up. They're actually not that good. 5% usage, 49% win rate. So they're losing more often than they win.
Buff
So
them.
buff E-Barbs. How much buff them?
A third E-Barb. E-Barbs.
What if they spawned in raged?
Oh.
That's not actually the worst idea.
That's kind of cool.
That's actually not the worst idea.
But it only lasts like
normal 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Ish. 2 seconds, maybe.
I love that.
All right, cool. +1 for me.
Barbs the bridge.
Yeah,
E-Barbs the bridge raging up already.
And then he raged up.
That's amazing. Oh, we just made a lot of enemies.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm just joking, by the way. That's not going to happen. Don't listen to it.
It's gonna happen.
Don't happen.
He knows.
Anyways, that is the end of the video, guys and girls. Thank you all for joining us. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed this format. I want to thank my colleagues here, Cashman and B-Rad, for volunteering their time. Even though they didn't volunteer, I kind of just grabbed them. I said, hey, we're recording a video. You had no option. Actually, I'm holding them hostage. They asked me for a adapt. We're here in Finland right now for the Clash Fest, and they didn't bring adapters. They didn't think, hey, traveling to another country, we should bring adapters for power.
Only reason I'm
Why are
here.
the holes different here?
Why are
So
the
I
holes
said, hey,
different?
I have adapters you may use, but you owe me a video. And they said that was a good trade. So, all right.
I'll take it.
I feel like I'm being sold out here. I feel like I have more. We should
All
have
right,
just
so that's balances. Let us know your feedback down below. And yeah, thank you for watching.
I love
I'll
you.
see you guys all in the next one.
I love you. I mean,